around here talking real estate. It's going to be a great show. We're following up the Paint the Town with Chris Wales. We know you love talking to contractors and folks that do the great work that we need done in the world. So Tracy Schultz is going to be here later. We're calling it Ask a Contractor. We're going to have our good friend Mike McLaughlin on there. He's got a little extra to give you today too, so it's going to be a great show and worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile. But as always, we got to ask you, where are you tuning in from? Are you coming from the great Lakes area of Muskegon, Michigan? Are you down in Monroe, our good faithful down in Monroe? Are you up in Alpena? Where are you? Where are you? Yes, 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 Kat. The beard, I shaved it yesterday. I'll tell you guys a funny story about that in a second. But where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? Let us know, let us know, let us know. I promise you I will tell you the beard story. I promise you that one's not as exciting as you think it would be, but definitely some interesting chain of events. So let us know where you're tuning in from. We got Dogbone Heights. Got my good folks in Dogbone Heights coming in. I-94. Oh, my. So please be careful driving. Please be careful driving. I promise Tracy's info will be good, but you got to make sure you definitely keep an eye on the road. Thank you very much. All right. So as we always say, Talking Real Estate, episode 143. Guys, it's been 143. Jim Robleski, now it's good to see you, sir, is Ask a Contractor. Guys, I can't believe it's been that long. And always remember, don't forget, December to remember this year is going to be at Southland Mall. It's going to be ridiculously crazy. So it's going to be a show to be seen. So we'll probably have lots of live audience for that. All right. So let's get down to plain business here. We know that Michigan is playing those Yahoos from East Lansing this weekend. And you know I'll be there. You know it's a night game. Tell me what your scores are going to be. Are they going to shellac the Spartans, or what's going to happen there? Hello from Livonia. I'm telling you what, go blue. So are they going to shellac the Spartans? Are they going to get Mel Tucker off their back finally? They got everybody else off their back finally, but Mel Tucker's still hanging in there. If I hear Tuck coming one more time, it's going to drive me crazy. Now, I have tickets. I am taking one Michigan State fan that's a good friend of mine with me, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if we're still friends after the game. We'll see. I don't know, because I paid up on a burger. I bought his burger last time. So we're always going to have the standing bet up burgers and things like that. So give me your Michigan State scores. Chris Bergeron says 17, Michigan by 17. What do you got, guys? What do you got? Give me your Michigan State scores, please. Throw it in the chat for me, please. What do you got? Looks like we got a little lag is what it looks like we got. So only one person willing to go out there on the line for Michigan State. All right. I see, I don't know, 50-10. Now we're talking. And listen, I won't make fun of you much if you pick the other way. Mike Lawson in the house says 47-13. Sir, you got a pumpkin at your house. Hopefully you're going to carve that bad boy up, make it look nice. Chris Wojcinski says Michigan by 10. All right. Are there any Spartan fans on the show tonight and in the crowd tonight? Are any Spartan? Frank Velarde in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The heart and soul of Southgate. U of M 34, Michigan State 13. All right. Zach Wilkowitz going 45-21. Guys, here's what I think. I think Michigan's going to hang 100 on them. That's what I think. I hope the score is 100-0. I hope that the locker room crumbles around those Yahoos, because those guys drive me crazy. I know that's extreme. I know it is, but that's how Chris Bergeron brought me up, to be extreme about my Michigan Wolverines. So that's how that goes. Next question for you. In a perfect world, what's your next home project? What is your next home project in a perfect world? Let's say you had all the money you wanted. What are you doing to your house next? What are you going to do next? Tell us in the chat. If you had anything you wanted, any specific project you wanted, what would be the next project that you would do? I think for me, it probably would be, I mean, I got some smaller ones going, but I think remodel the kitchen probably would be my next big thing. That's probably would be my next one. So got to remodel a bathroom, some other stuff, and spray paint the basement. I got the ace Chris Wales from Wales Painting out, going to be on that one soon. He already did the kitchen. He already did a bedroom for me. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. So in the chat, roof, gutters, and porch. Listen, porch. Tracy is a phenomenal porch man. So make sure, Catherine, we get to that point to talk about porches with him a little bit, because he loves that stuff. So Chris Wojcinski, I hate to Chris. That's the face. I see your face, no beard. Yes. I tell you what, people, I must have really been a hairy dude for a while, because now all of a sudden, like people I see all over the place, we're going, what the heck? Kitchen remodel. Yep. Kitchen remodel is a big one. Indoor, outdoor living space, Frank. I tell you what, I've been thinking about that too. So Would love to make the additional on my deck, and you put a nice big deck in and get that going too. So, Bear Kitchen in the basement. Steve Kreitz, definitely that is your mainstay. You love it down there, buddy. Let's see. Eli says a game room and me the laundry room. Okay, game room. There already is a game room. Tell that guy, give me a break. I already got a game room down there. So, building a small retirement home. Okay. So let's see what else we got. I'm trying to be skinny, my friend. Trying to be skinny. So, Zach Wilkowitz brings out the big question. I've been getting this one a lot, guys. I've been getting this one a lot. So let me throw this out to you. Let's talk pumpkin challenge. Now, pumpkin challenge is it falls. Halloween falls in a weird time. Falls in a weird time. Okay, so I had to do it in a goofy way. So pumpkin challenge is going to go on from tomorrow till next show, so next Wednesday. So you have from Thursday to Wednesday to get a card, decorate, or whatever. It's a real easy contest, guys. It's not hard. All you do is carve or decorate a pumpkin. I put the official post up every single day. All you do is put it in there with your name will be above it on Facebook. If you have multiple ones, you can add somebody else's name to it. Every single person that participates gets their name in a drawing. Every single person. For I think we had 4 winners last year. So I mean, think about it. How easy can it get? You have a little fun, you carve a pumpkin, have a little holiday spirit, and you get a free gift. So next week, make sure you watch Pumpkin Challenge and be on the lookout tomorrow morning for the official post. That is the post. And I'll talk about this one more time at the end of the show too, because it's a big deal for folks. It really is. It's something that I started doing during COVID because you want to show holiday spirit for people. You just want to do some holiday spirit kind of stuff. So Pumpkin Challenge 2022 is live and well. It starts tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. That post will be out there waiting for you. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go on to our next item, and then we're going to get to our good friend Mike McLaughlin. Okay. What's a job you would call a contractor for? Put it in the chat for me. What's a job you would call a contractor for? And anybody knows me knows pretty much every job I have at my house, I call a contractor for because I'm the most unhandy dude you ever saw in your whole life. All right. I can barely hang a picture. All right. I unclogged a sink today and I thought I was like the greatest handyman in the history of the world. So unclogging a sink is my superpower now. One time I tried to fix a dryer in the basement and all I did was swear and craziness. That's all I did. So let's see what we got. Let's see. Something you would call a contractor for. Something you go-kart track in the basement. Now you can't have a big kitchen and a go-kart track in the same room. That might be like a hazard, or maybe the city might have a little issue with that. I don't know. So let's see. Steve Kreitz says nothing. Kathy Cordy says blackout ceiling. Chris Wales is coming to check my house out to black spray paint my basement, all black cats. So make sure you talk to Chris. And if you need his number, reach out to me, okay? Plumbing and electrical. Yeah, try not to do them at the same time. Water and electricity don't mix. That's what they tell me. But definitely something you would do. You did once put a toilet in for me. I did. Yeah, I'm sure I did. That was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago. Janine McKay says kitchen remodel. Okay. Kitchen remodel. Frank Velarde says plumbing. Okay. Steve says I can expand the basement. I'm sure you can. Kath says roof, gutters, porch. Okay. And again, I'm going to get you hooked up with Tracy too, so you can take a look at your porch and figure that out for you. Okay. Roof and gutters. We'll talk about that in a little bit today. Ashley says a pole barn. Yeah, absolutely. So all kinds, like I said, guys, don't be shy about it. I would call a contractor for pretty much anything. I really would. So, but let's get to our first guest of the night. You know him as Mr. Mishta, the magical mortgage guy, but I know him as the chef to the stars, Mike McLaughlin. Michael, how are you today?
Good, Scotty. How are you, sir?
Fantastic. So I hear that you have something extra for us now.
I had an idea, but first of all the content you just threw out there, do I have to answer any of those questions, or?
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
You got a lot out there to digest. Let's start off with the Michigan State score.
Yeah.
I'm very close to Steve. The same thing I said last week, 48-10. The line, Vegas set the line at 22, or that's where it's at now anyway. And I tell you what, we've never seen such a difference between the teams, with Michigan State being in such bad shape. Their run game, which has always defined them as a solid team, is just non-existent. And Michigan, obviously, with how they've looked, if Michigan State covers that line, I will apologize.
telling you what, buddy. I hope, like I said, I hope they hang 100 points on him. That's what I hope. I hope they hang 100 points on him. That's exactly what I think. So.
And then as far as the projects, I still got to finish painting my deck and I got to clean the basement up. That's going to be a winter project to get the basement cleaned up. And then what job would I make sure I have contracted out? The hot water heater, very big. It's got to be sweated into place. They've got a weld sweated into place, and it's definitely not worth doing it on your own.
So Zach Wilkowitz has a question for you. Or a question for me, I guess. Did I give you my beard hair? That's the question he asked for is, did I give you my beard hair? I'm like, well, guys, I'll tell you the quick story on this, Mike, and I'll share with you too. So I got a haircut yesterday, and I was getting scraggly, okay? So I went to the hair.
Looks good, by the way.
Yeah, Platinum Hair Salon on Telegraph. Dawn Kennedy is my girl. And
okay.
So I went there, and I got a cut, and I'm sitting in the bathroom, and I was shaving, like kind of cleaning it up, and I went like this. And all of a sudden, I looked like a 80s rock band right here. I go, well, I got to take all of it off then. So that's kind of where that went to. So it'll be back, guys. No Shave November is coming right on the corner. It'll be back. It'll definitely be back. Michael,
yeah, I'm really committing to it on mine.
You what?
I'm really committing to it. I never started one this early. So I guess we're going to see where I'm at come like January. It's going to be crazy.
I want you to get like one of those ZZ Top ones. Give me a ZZ Top going, huh?
Right. Yeah.
So, Michael, tell me a little bit about mortgage stuff.
Pretty decent week as far as mortgage rates. They've stayed pretty static. And the big thing I want to emphasize this week for all of the people watching at home is first-time home buyers. Programs are still outstanding for them. The $10,000 or $7,500 to $10,000 from MISHDA for first-time home buyers. Still a tremendous way for people to get into a house and own it for, number one, less than what it would cost to rent. Number two, way less upfront needed. You can, let's say you buy a $150,000 house. Yep. You can get into that house with MISHDA for $1,500. If you were to rent a place at $1,500, you're going to need first month's, last month's, security deposit. You're going to be in the $4,000 range compared to $1,500 to own the home. So first-time home buyers, tremendous programs. That's what I think the market is going to be focused on, which kind of helps because that's kind of our specialty, right? Working with first-time home buyers. So it's right in our wheelhouse, and that's kind of where the market is right now.
Fantastic. All right. So you and I were talking about something. People love the What's Dinner for Mike McLaughlin segment, but we're going to take it a step further. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah. What I was thinking was I was looking at my All Recipes account, and I've got all my favorites I've saved in there. And I was thinking, instead of just telling you what I made, every week I'd like to share one of my favorite recipes that are tried and true. And if you wanted to try it, I think you'd be pleased. These have been, very thoughtfully determined to be a good recipe that I've been using for years. So I thought that would be kind of fun.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So you got one for us today?
Yeah, let me share my screen. Okay. So most of the stuff I get from allrecipes.com. So if you are familiar with the website, and once you go on there, you can just put in the search field. The one that we're going to talk about today real quick is marinade for chicken. That's all you got to put in the search field, marinade for chicken, and it should come back with it relatively, quick to the top. So the big thing here, first I'll just go over the ingredients, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the recipe. 1.5 cups vegetable oil, 3/4 cups soy sauce, 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce, 1/2 cup of red wine vinegar, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of dry mustard powder, salt and pepper to taste, and some parsley. So very simple ingredients. And the big thing here is that you can make this really delicious marinade at home for a lot less than what it would cost for you to buy Italian dressing or garlic expressions at the store and use that for your own marinade. Even better than, the seasoning. I will admit, I do like to use the fab. What's the one you make for the dressing at home? Good Seasons. Good
Yeah.
Seasons is a solid marinade, but to switch it up, I found this recipe to be great. So, and
When was
then
the last time you did this one, Michael?
actually, I just made this today.
Did you
Next, if
really?
you want, I could go grab the bag and show you the chicken marinating it if you want me to grab it real quick.
No, I trust you. I trust this is hot off the presses, though, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Mike
well,
McLaughlin
what you
Kitchen.
do for this one is you go ahead and you cut up your, you get about 4 pounds of chicken. That's what I think, a good family size pack of chicken, and you're gonna chop it up into, you're gonna dice it up just a little bit bigger than diced. So the size of a dice, just a little bit bigger than that. So you're gonna dice up all your chicken that size, put it in a bag, cut up 1.5 sweet onions. Add that in there. You're going to cut up the mini peppers, about say 15 mini peppers. You're going to cut those into little rings, clear out the seeds, put that in there. And then you can even get kind of crazy and add water chestnuts. We like to add water chestnuts to ours.
Water chestnuts.
And then,
now we're talking.
Right. And then you chop those up into small pieces too. So now you've got the chicken, the onion, the pepper, the water chestnuts, and then the ingredients here in the marinade for chicken. You just put that all into a bag, mix it all together really good, and you just let it set for 3 days. And then if you've got, I'm lucky enough to have a flat top grill where I can just fire it up and cook it all in one big, on the grill, like with the 2 spatulas, and I can just work them like that. But
very nice.
But this is a great, thing to make on your stove top as well, and fry it, and fry it in there. Drain out the marinade obviously before you fry it, and then crush it.
So, guys, a couple things. So we put the recipe up in the live here. So from anywhere about 14 and a half minutes to about 17 and a half minutes, it's there. Mike's going to also give it to me, and I'll put it in Talking Real Estate, the Facebook group as well. Okay, so we wanted to give you a little extra, right? A little extra taste for the McLaughlin Kitchen, right?
Hey, these are, like I said, I think that these are great recipes that can be enjoyed by plenty of people.
Michael, listen, we love to smell what you're cooking, my friend. And one more thing for you. Ready? Go blue.
Go blue.
Michael, we'll see you later, guys. Give a little Mike in the chat. Mike, before he leaves. Give a little blowout to Mike McLaughlin, the legend in mortgages and meals. Even Meals on Wheels, maybe, huh?
You're making everybody get back to their keyboards. They're like, I don't want to go to my keyboard.
Michael, listen, my friend, I will talk to you next week, sir.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Hey, make sure you carve your pumpkin challenge next week.
We'll be ready. All
right, bud. And go blue.
Go blue.
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, as Frank Velarde says, soy is the key. That's why I love that guy. All right, so we had, again, guys, pumpkin challenge starts tomorrow. Don't forget. It goes from tomorrow until next Wednesday. But the reason you all clued in today, all right, this gentleman is someone I've known for quite a while now. He is part of my contracting referral group that I definitely am always coming to refer. I'll tell you a couple things about Tracy before he even comes on. I've sent him to folks that I care about and that I need someone I can trust. And he always steers them the right way, always takes even the little jobs, right? Even the littler jobs for people that I care about. So that's the kind of guy that he is. So all the information you're going to get today is a straight shooter stuff. And that's what I know people want. So without further ado, my good friend Tracy Schultz from SMC Services. Come on in, Trace. He's trying to slide in here in the new studio. Absolutely. Chris Bergeron studio is a little tight. So let's start with some easy stuff, Trace. Let's start with, why do you think it's hard to get a contractor these days? What's going on in the world that's making it tough?
As of right now, I guess the 3 biggest issues are price of material, availability of material, and available labor.
Okay.
Those are the 3 biggest issues with contractors right now. I can tell you that I have friends that are landscapers, I have friends that are plumbers, friends that are electricians, and they all are on at least a 3 or 4 month backlog. Wow. So we started a job 2 weeks ago that we put on contract in July.
Wow.
So that's how backed up everybody is.
So would you say, so for folks that are thinking about stuff for early spring?
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
So you heard it from a contractor, guys. Things are 2 and 3 and 4 months out. So if you're planning a job, if you're planning on some kind of remodeling, you want to start getting in contact with people now. And as always, we'll make sure you guys have Tracy's information if you need Chris Wales from Wales Painting or John Bedker from Three Stripes Heating and Cooling, any of those guys that I know and trust, definitely just reach out to me. I'll make sure that you get them. So tell me about materials, because I know like the big thing was lumber is up 7 bazillion%. Tell me about that.
So lumber, I mean, just a sample of lumber is in 2019, you could buy a 2x4 for $2.94 or basically $3. Today, that same 2x4 in 2022 is $4.75.
Holy smokes.
So it's up almost 60% just in those 2-3 years.
But it feels like it's less.
Because in 2021, that same 2x4 was $7.92. So it does feel like it's less, but it's a roller coaster.
Right. So what else? Give us some more cost information.
So like a piece of plywood that you would put on your roof, an OSB piece of plywood, in 2019 was $8.95. Today it's $13.30. So another 60% basic increase.
And that's for roofing.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's plywood. So you can put it in roofing. You could use it in the walls on your house. You could use it on the walls, if you're building an addition.
Yep.
Drywall, $7.40 in 2019 up to almost $10.28 a sheet right now.
Wow. $10.28 for drywall.
Yeah. A toilet that you could buy for $149 in 2019, the same exact American standard toilet is $179 now. So it went up $30 in 2 years. 3
So
years.
materials are more expensive, right? And contractors are backed up. So give us some, let's do this. Let's walk into something else a little bit. Tell me about like current jobs or some of the current jobs that you're doing.
Okay. So we started at the beginning of the summer with about 4 major jobs that we were going to do. My business partner and I used contractors to help us to accommodate the bigger job. That allowed us to take on the smaller jobs. Well, what happened at the beginning of the summer is a headhunter came along and sold our contractor that does our framing. So that meant Scott and I had to take on all that responsibility, which then took all of our little jobs and shoved them even further into the year.
Yeah.
So, but we got an addition going on right now. I just did an overhang on a porch. I have 7 bathrooms on contract right now for the winter time. I've got 3 kitchens on contract for the winter time.
So you got all kinds. So you guys are all different kinds of stuff.
I got a 3 seasons room on contract right now.
So you guys are, like I said, you're everywhere, right? So guys, first of all, feel free to throw any questions in the chat, and Tracy's here to help, to at least to give you some kind of understanding on things like that. But let's talk about things like, we and I were talking about roofs, right?
Right.
So like for a basic person going, I think I need to do my roof. Like what's the math? What does it look like?
So a roof is based off square footage. Square footage is if you take a square footage of your house, say your house is 1,000 square feet.
Yep.
Your roof is going to obviously be bigger than that because it has a peak.
Yep.
So let's say your roof is 1,200 square feet. You can figure, depending on the style of shingles and everything you go with, somewhere between $10 and $20 a square foot to redo the roof. Now, when we redo our roofs, we redo all of them with tear-offs. We don't put anything over the top of 3-tab shingles, and we do not try and install 3-tab anymore because it's going out. They're on the way out. Dimensional shingles are on the way in. So you can figure $10 to $20 per square foot for a roof. That doesn't include if you got to tear up wood, if you got to replace wood or any of that. That's tearing off the old shingles, putting down the roof, ice guard roof roll, putting the new shingles down. And it's all synthetic now. It's not even, remember the old paper roof roll?
Yeah.
They don't even have that now. It's all synthetic. And it's all a higher cost.
Right. Okay. So somebody wants to think about redoing their roof to $10 to $20 a square.
It's probably it give you a good idea.
They get about 100.
And then most of your roofing contractors are in a 3 to 4 month backlog too. So it's just simply that when they shut everything down, everybody lost all their help.
Yep.
Government gave them all that free money. Now nobody wants to work for money anymore.
That's crazy to me.
My buddy owns Bill's Lawn Care and Landscaping.
Yep.
He had to shut down his lawn care part of the business because he couldn't get any help.
Really?
So yeah.
That's craziness to me.
So it's just, and that's where we're all falling in the line. We're all falling in the line of finding help. It pushes all of your jobs out, further out, and your smaller jobs follow the wayside.
So let's talk smaller jobs a little. Give me a couple of smaller jobs you did, because I know you did one for Mel.
Right. I put up some fencing for Mel.
Yeah.
I've done, steps for people. Steps are fairly easy. We have actually been working 7 days. I mean, 6 days has been pretty common for the whole summer, but we've actually been putting up some stuff on 7 days. Fencing, putting in doors, I've put up drywall, small pieces of drywall. What else have I done lately? A lot of the stuff that I'm able to just try and get on the side are small 2, 3, 4 hour jobs that I can't, if we are so backed up with our other stuff right now, you can't even really get to any of it.
Gotcha. So a couple questions, and I don't know if you have an answer for this one, but let's say if you can have a modular home built, why can't you get modular additions built onto your house?
You can get prefabricated walls. In fact, there's a company called Mans that will pre-build the walls for you, and all you have to do is have them set in place.
Okay.
So they are starting to do that. Yep.
So I mean, is it cheaper? Is it more expensive?
I don't know that it's any more expensive, but getting it to the location and to the place where a lot of times walls are built right there, so you can just stand them up and way to go.
Yep.
So a lot of times it involves getting it to a location, which involves bigger trucks. A lot of times, if you can't get into where you got to go, it's a crane to haul it in, that type of thing.
Okay,
So,
gotcha. All right, so Chris Bergeron says, how about aluminum siding on a garage?
it can be put up. The problem with aluminum, unlike vinyl, is there's no flex in it.
Okay.
So if you're going to put aluminum siding up, you have to do the whole thing. You can't just put a piece in here, a piece in there.
So yeah, it's okay.
And the colors don't match very well at all. You would literally.
What I'm saying, guys, they're ugly as hell. I'll say it for them. They're ugly as hell.
I could put up a new white aluminum siding on your garage, and you would look at the thing and go, well, the old stuff is dirty. No, it's faded from the sun. So I don't recommend aluminum on anything. I would rather see vinyl has so many more choices, so many more sizes, so much more, and it's more flexible to use, easier to install. So
okay, guys, like I said, just keep throwing the questions out there. We got no problem to get through them. So let's talk about a crazy job you did. Give me some weird job you did one time. Give me something that's way out of the ordinary.
So I don't know if it's out of the ordinary or more of out of the size for me, but I redid a bathroom in Irish Hills for my buddy who has a cabin. And you know those cabins out there in Irish Hills, they're not the biggest bathrooms in the world.
Yep.
This bathroom, now 1 square of flooring is usually 23 square feet.
Okay.
So that's what, 4 by 5, 4 by 6. I used less than 1 box of flooring in this bathroom.
Oh, jeez.
So could you see me? I had to pull the toilet, repair underneath the toilet, all the wood rotted out.
Yeah.
Then I had to put the toilet back in, then put the flooring in. But could you see me in this bathroom?
You're going like this, like, what the hell?
I was like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
those were one of the craziest jobs.
Absolutely. Those are the good things. Those are like the ones that make you laugh. You know what I mean? So we're talking about bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me some like 10 by 10 bathroom.
So a 10 by 10 bathroom at today's rates, you're looking at about $5,000 to $6,000, depending on the materials you use. They do make decent surrounds for your tub. A lot of people are going away from the tubs and just putting in showers.
Okay.
And the toilets are but it's going to really depend on whether it's a new construction bathroom, whether it's removing an existing. There's extra costs in removing the existing, especially if it's yellow tile.
Yeah. He knows my bathroom well. He's like, God dang it, that yellow tile.
There's a lot to Chris. There's a lot to do with existing bathrooms, like the plumbing. A lot of times you get in there and the plumbing's got all be redone because it's not standing right or something. A lot of times you get in there and you got to move a floor drain because the drain on the tub is just rotted to nothing. So you got to take it, you got to move it out. Depending on the job, depends on whether you need a plumber to come in there and do that, or I can do that. I do a lot of that because a lot of the bathrooms they don't put permits on it.
Yeah.
If you're planning on selling your house or renting it out or anything like that, then you basically, anything you do, you need to have a permit pulled because the city inspects those, and they will come out once every 3 years and inspect your rental units, or when they come out to when you sell your house, they come out to inspect it.
Yeah.
If they see something that they haven't seen before, then they can ask you to pull a permit for it afterwards.
So before we get to some more questions, guys, look what. Hi, Jen. Lexi, how's these nuts? How are you? That's the guys. I'm not being ridiculous. That's what she said every time I saw her. So we're working together. So
hi, Lexi.
All right. So some more of the usual suspects here. Ever had to fix a house due to damage from a car?
Yeah, that's he's talking about the job on Outer Drive and Party where a car was coming westbound a truck was coming westbound Outer Drive and hit a car going across the street and T-boned it into the house and knocked the addition that was on the side of the house off, which was built in the 50s. Well, what happened is they built the steps going to the second floor in the 50s.
Yep.
Then they enclosed it in the 60s.
Oh,
that makes sense. It's
a
duplex.
Yeah.
Only entrance to the upstairs was this thing.
I think I know the owner of this place too. I think I remember the story.
Yep.
Go ahead. Yep.
They shifted it about 2-3 feet. The city condemned it. We had to tear the whole thing up, put the whole thing up. And as in fact, Mr. Chris Wales of Wales Plumbing is the one who did the drywall finish and painting.
Yeah, I bet.
Excellent job. Oh my God, what he did with that ceiling is unbelievable.
He was giving that story because he wanted a free plug. That's what it was.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing but good things to say about him. So, what about replacing shingles with metal roofing?
The long-term satisfaction of metal roofing is worth it. The short-term is cost.
Because it's real expensive.
Metal roofing is real expensive, but then you never have to replace your roof.
No rust, no nothing.
No.
Really?
And they say that you don't get any more sound than if you just had regular shingles.
Because there's no tapping metal sound or anything like that.
No,
No kidding.
You can't even hear it. But yeah, no, they galvanized roofing is all coated and everything, and they guarantee it for a lifetime. So
wow, Jesus. Okay. So, what's your opinion on pre-built stand-up showers?
those are a little shady in my book. We replaced one of those stand-up showers in a basement, and when we literally went in there, I removed like 2 screws and the whole thing fell over. So pre-built stand-up showers are kind of scary. If you're talking about a preformed stand-up shower, which is built totally out of fiberglass, those are very difficult to install because they got to go right in a specific spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
No flat. Like if I'm putting in a shower surround,
Yep.
It'll come in 2 or 3 pieces. It'll come with a base. So I can set the base in, make sure I got that all right. Then I can maneuver each piece.
Okay.
If you put in a precast one, which is a solid,
It's just
shower.
like taking like a thing and just butting it into.
First of all, getting it in the house is horrible.
Yeah.
Because
it can't move. Yeah, because it's hard. It's awkward.
But it's got to be, your measurements and everything have to be so perfect when that thing goes on. There's no chance of any shimming or having to move a little bit here or a little bit there. You just can't do it with those.
Gotcha. Guys, keep the questions coming. We love this stuff. We definitely love it here. So real quick about, you must have a metal roof. We hear the rain in our house up north. We love hearing it rain. That's funny. That's good. That's good stuff. All right. So here's one near and dear to my heart. Is it hard to take rock off a wall around a fireplace? I know right where that's at too.
It depends on how they adhered it. Most of the time that rock on the fireplace is just adhered with glue and it will chip off. It might destroy the wall. You might have to replace the board that it's attached to, but it will come off.
So Trace, let me ask you about this one. That brings up something I was thinking about too. Older homes, a lot of homes built 50s, 60s, right? Still have plaster.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just nobody knows how to work with plaster anymore? Every time I ask somebody about plaster, it's like, what the heck, plaster?
It's a fading art. It really is. It's hard to find.
But what's different about it? Explain the difference.
A lot of times plaster was put up with mesh.
Okay.
So you would put a mesh screen on the wall, and then the plaster, which is very thick and very heavy, would go on this mesh screen, and then you finished on top.
So there's metal behind it.
Yes.
Okay.
So as you're tearing down plaster, you run into the metal, and then it was in the older days, it was thought as a very safe, well secured thing to do, but it's very, very heavy. And,
Really?
And when it starts falling apart, it doesn't just like on a drywall, you get a hole in drywall, you fix a little hole, and
Yeah.
plaster will fall apart based off how it adhered itself to everything else.
Really? So it's messy as hell.
And a lot of times when somebody has plaster and you go in there and you're going to repair the plaster, they actually repair it with mud anyways, drywall mud. They don't put plaster back up.
Really? So if you had plaster somewhere, will they take that out and just put a brand new drywall then, or what?
A lot of times the plaster that you get on ceilings, like the popcorn plaster and stuff like that, it's adhered to some type of board.
Okay.
So you might not have to.
Okay.
But if it comes down and it's just a section, then you have to basically skim coat it, which is build up layers of mud to equal the layer of the old plaster.
That's a Chris Wales trick there.
Yes, exactly.
Skim coat.
Exactly.
We're gonna skim coat. We're gonna skim. He loves it. I'm like, Chris, I don't care what you call it, man. Get it going. It is an artwork. Yeah, that is true. It definitely is an artwork. Definitely. So give me some more insights that you have just about general remodel stuff. Things you've seen, what's popular right now, those kind of things.
What's popular right now is, like I was telling you, bathtubs without bathtubs. Bathrooms without bathtubs.
Really?
Yeah. There is no code that says you have to have a bathtub.
Right.
However, if you want your house to sell to a younger group of people, then a bathtub is a good idea
for little ones. Yeah.
However, as our society turns into more of a senior society, which it is, because you see more and more nursing centers and homes and stuff being built all the time, those people are transitioning from bathtubs to stand-up showers. I was telling you, I had 7 bathtubs on contract. Those are all exactly that.
Really?
Switching from bathtub to stand-up shower.
So well, let me ask this question. Do you see like the bathtub, any of them have the bathtub thing where the little door where you walk, like the walk-in bathtub thing?
I've seen a few of those.
Those got to be expensive as hell.
They're very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And unless you can get, the only ones I've ever seen was where somebody had a medical condition where they were able to get the insurance company to cover part of it.
Yeah.
So like they had to have it in order to, but I rarely see those.
So for this transitioning stuff, what kind of, because you do that kind of work. So what kind of other things do you put in?
We put in grab bars. So if you're in a shower, a stand-in shower, there'll be a seat. There'll be a grab bar along the wall. There'll be a grab bar entering the shower. A lot of them don't want doors or screens, which you can do. It's very difficult, but you can do it. I would never suggest putting a shower in without a door or screen, but you can do it. Depending on the person, you have a wet room. Where there's no door on your shower.
Yeah.
And that's how those are usually built for that type of situation where somebody needs to get in and get out of the shower and can't deal with the door or screen.
Yeah, I did a show a while back with a young man that used to wrestle for me that has a barrierless, right? And just everything's all one thing.
And
so
sometimes it has to be that way. So, but yeah, no, the transition away from people taking baths to more people taking showers is a phenomenon. It's crazy.
Really? So you're seeing that a lot, huh?
You never see the younger generation want to take baths. They always want to take showers.
Well, so let me ask you this question then. So is it because maybe they got a hot tub in the back? Or as a more recreational thing, I guess.
My buddy owns Westbourne Electric.
Yep.
Mark Wickham, and he installs probably 15 hot tubs a year. And it's the younger generation.
Yes.
So
they're taking that outside.
Their idea is, yes, if they want to get in a warm, hot something, they're going to get in a hot tub.
But are you getting more square footage if you just go to a shower?
No.
So it's just because they don't want a bathtub in there.
It just removes that lifts to have to lift your leg over.
Really?
And it doesn't allow you to be able to sit down in the water.
That's crazy to me. All right, so I think I got a job for you. Hang on 1 second. It's right here. Okay, this young lady that says, I want a bigger tub, a clawfoot tub. So can you add that to your 7,000 things?
Yeah. I'll put it on the what's that, 5 to 10 year plan? Sure, got you going.
So how about this? So Kenny McKay says we don't fit in tubs anymore. That's definitely the truth. Guys, We'll give you a couple more minutes as Tracy and I are talking. Throw any more questions you got out there, because that's again, he knows a lot of stuff.
And that's the truth that most people nowadays will fit in a tub. People in general have become taller over the years.
Don't kid yourself. We become bigger too.
No,
Don't kid yourself.
well, no, but I'm saying, for me to sit, I have a tub in my house that's a Whirlpool tub. I can't use it.
Really?
Because I can't get in the thing and get back out.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. When I go in a lot of houses, even especially, I tell you where it's really common for me is the historic district in Dearborn. Like you go in those houses, you go, who the hell lived here? Like nothing makes any sense at all. Like no rooms make any sense.
That's a real challenge. Do stuff like in Dearborn and as historical Detroit, the Addison neighborhoods and stuff like that. A lot of times when you go in there to do stuff, they want it back the way it was. And
so they want to retro it back.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to find all that materials for that stuff.
Jeez, that's an interesting challenge too. So Tracy, I'll tell you what. Anything else you want to share with the folks?
Like I said, if you're looking for contractors or roofers or people, make sure you're patient, because the backlog is unbelievable. I should have taken a picture of the board that we have, a wax board in our storage unit where we write down all the jobs we have. And it's probably as long as your list over there.
No kidding.
And we also have, we work for 7 apartment complexes where we do stuff for them. We work for condominiums. We work for downriver apartments.
We have like something that's constant.
Yeah, exactly. And they have high demands too. So it's a constant. And like I said, unfortunately, as you try to get these bigger jobs done, some of the smaller jobs keep getting pushed back further and further and further.
Leslie, when I talk about pushback jobs, try to get a pool, buddy. Try to get a pool. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, let's see. We got a couple more comments real quick. So Kathy Cordy says, I'm not a bad person. Definitely change to walk in when we can. So let Tracy know. He'll take care of that for you. Janine McKay says, been looking for over 2 years. Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, we're having a hard time finding people that work for us, let alone we're ended up, my partner Scott and I end up doing a lot more on our own, where we had a couple of crews and we were more into a administrative thing where, he was doing all the books and the paperwork and all that, and I was doing all the materials and all that. But we lost the crew, so we actually had to go back we got one crew that'll frame it out for us, but now we got to go inside, build the closet, build the wall. I mean, this addition we did, I put up a bathroom wall, I put up a closet wall, I expanded the other closet. Now,
so you guys are back in the mix now.
Now, once I get the inspections done, then I got to install the insulation, then hang the drywall. Then, of course, my buddy Chris will be out to take care of the rest of it.
Absolutely, take the painting. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's all I can say is if you're looking for something to get done, have patience and plan on it being a bit, because it's not only is materials backed up, but it's also backed up on
labor too. All right, guys, my good friend Tracy, blow up the chat for him. Get a little Tracy.
Okay, you want my prediction?
What's your prediction?
38-10.
38-10?
Go blue.
Go blue. All right, guys. Tracy Schultz. Tracy Schultz, my good friend and the guy that I trust. Absolutely the guy that I trust. Now, since he, like Chris Wales, and I had such a Lexi's talking about dad. That's cute. So just like when Chris and I had a chat last week, and we went over a little bit, I'm going to cut some of the segments out, but I will never, ever, ever cut out what realtors see. I will never cut that out ever, 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 ever in life. So what realtors see, ladies and gentlemen, I got 3 doozies for you today. One of them, I got to tell you beforehand that it's going to have some inappropriate, it might have some inappropriate stuff in it. So just bear with me on that. All right. So we're talking about bathrooms. Tracy was talking about bathrooms. Let me get this one up for you. So what realtors see, number 1, here it is. I saw this in a duplex the other day. What your job during What Realtors See, ladies and gentlemen, is to caption any picture I throw up there in houses that I see or that people send to me. Caption that one for me in the chat. The best caption it's a chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket. So let me know. What do you think of that one right there? That's the first one. Speaking of small bathrooms. Give me your best caption in the chat. Don't look at me. go to the bathroom and nothing else. That's pretty good. What else you got? What else you got, guys? Again, I was like, I want to go, whoo. It was crazy, definitely crazy. So they might need Tracy. This is our newest look, distressed. God, I always get some great humor from you guys. You guys are always good. Okay, you got about 30 seconds on what realtor see number one. Again, you could always have the chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket. Poop closet. I like that. I'm pooping over here. Forget about it. I'm pooping over here. You got 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Come up with your very best caption for what realtor see number one. Upgrade from the outhouse. That's pretty good, Catherine Cotton. Very good. Very good. And the winner is Poop Closet. Natalie Wales wins that one with Poop Closet. There it is. Yes, it is. He should have did that bathroom. All right, number two. This one I saw. God, I was trying to remember where I saw it. I walked into this room and I go, what in the hell is that? So let me show you this one. Hang on one sec. Where'd it go? There it is right there. Let's see. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. I'll get it together in a second here. Hang on. The next one is this one here. Let me find it. There it is. This was in a kitchen. I walked in the kitchen. It has a nice floor. All of a sudden, you turn around, and there it is. So I guess, I don't know. Caption that one the best you can. Again, what realtor see number two? What realtor see number two? These are usually live pictures that I see and take myself or that people send me because they know the real estate world and homes are ridiculous. So what is your best? Hide the duty. That's funny. Dinner music. Pat Nee says dinner music. What do you got for me, guys? Tell me your best caption. It's not the music room. It's in the kitchen. It was in the kitchen. The purple distressed piano was in the kitchen. Making a bar out of this. I like that one. Dinner and a show. The grand ballroom. It definitely was not a grand ballroom, ladies and gentlemen. It was not. We went there and it definitely was not a grand ballroom. It was not. Play that funky music. That's good. Guys, you got 30 seconds. Again, your chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket. What do you think? But the kitchen is a music room. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. We got 10 seconds, folks. Give me your best captions for a chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket. Buffet table, multi-piece. That's pretty good. I like that one too. And the winner is, ta-da, dinner and a show. Kathy Wilkowitz, dinner and a show. You are the winner of number two. What realtors see? Take a request for hamburger help. That's pretty good too. Dang it, I wish you had caught that one. Oh yeah. Number three, guys. Again, I'm gonna preface this by saying that there's some foul language in this one, just so you know. So if the little kids are out, I would not let them look at this one. All right, this one has some inappropriate language on it, but I saw it and I go, I have to. It was in a condo. It was in a condo in Dearborn. And it's again, there's profanity on this one. I promise you that. Where'd it go? I gotta find it first. There it is. So realize this is a bathroom. This is a bathroom, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try to make the picture bigger just because I want you to see how ridiculous it is. I'll make the picture bigger so you can see it. This is in a bathroom, in a condo that is for sale. Okay? For sale. What realtor see number three? I couldn't stop. I gotta take a picture of this. This is ridiculous. It was good. Oh, there's worse ones. There's worse parts. So in the chat, please give us your best. Harpo's at home. That's funny. Shit hits the wall. Jeez. That's pretty good too. A squatty potty. Yes, it is. It is a squatty potty. That's true. Shit hits the wall. Got that one. Harpo's at home. Teacher's Paradise. I don't know, kiddo. You shouldn't probably be watching this, buddy. This one you shouldn't be watching. Spelling shit. Jesus. Push it real good. Oh man, I knew this was gonna be rough. Do all your work at the same time. That's pretty good. Do all your work at the same time. I just not only was the language ridiculous on it, but I mean, I just never thought you would chalkboard your wall in the bathroom. I just never thought that would happen. Guys, you got 30 seconds on this one. 30 seconds on this one. What realtors see number 3? What realtors, maybe number 2? We don't know. Maybe number 2. We don't know. Leave me a note. Jesus. Ay, 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 ay. You got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Spell and Shit. Yes, it is. That's the winner of number 3. That is the winner of number 3. All right, guys. Don't forget, I want to make sure that we make this public for you one more time. That pumpkin challenge starts tomorrow. I'll be posting it 2 or 3 times a day. All you got to do is it's going to be the same post throughout the next week. You just got to keep adding your name and your pumpkin to it. Add your name and your pumpkin to it. Okay. And the winners will be on next Wednesday. So make sure you definitely get in on Pumpkin Challenge 2022. All right. As always, we end the show with the same kind of stuff, which is this. Okay. The after show. I don't know if he'll have his greatest stories or ridiculous stuff to say. Tracy will. We'll bring him back. But as Chris Wales did with the Lady of the Cake from last week, but we will do our very best. Okay, we will do our very best. Now, as always, guys, I am Scott Bergeron, and I am always talking real estate. See ya.